Namaste, everybody. Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So let's start. First of all, thank you for your extra time. I really mean it and appreciate your gesture to be in this match. Again, this is we are trying to do a Madhyama Purna practical syllabus. That too, I'll be probably touching the most critical part, which is difficult, important, and need to have probably a little extended time to get prepared. And again, rule of one thumb, is that it's if you have a habit of only practicing before your exam comes, I think you should get away from that. That's my personal suggestion. Even every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it'll be good to refer this doc going further. Okay, so I hope everybody has access to this online Google Doc. Don't confuse between e-learning portal and Google Doc. E-learning portal, we are doing some revamping and it's not working, unfortunately. So it's under maintenance. So this is link what I have posted it and I have given access to everybody is online Google Doc link. And in that I have mostly covered your critical 100% practical portion. Critical. I mean, some of the things are still missing, but over the period, I'll try to complete it basically. So let me share the doc and I'll quickly walk you through. Then we can go probably to start immediately basically. Everybody can see the doc. Also, one request I have, if any adult, if you can take a voluntarily probably a task to download the video and probably upload it on some YouTube channel. I think Pradyumna is good. I think I'm Pradyumna. Sorry, I'm asking you every time.
No, sure, Guruji, I can do it.
So that way everybody don't have to download it basically.
Yes,
Uh,
Guruji.
and then you can create a private YouTube channel and put
Yeah.
that link also in. I'll make you admin
Yeah.
so that everybody can access to that Zoom class. That way you can have right from the today till we finish all the syllabus.
Yes, Guruji.
So probably you should say in advance thank you to Pradyumna. He helps me in a big way always. And wherever I need help, probably he is always there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Pradyumna. So so let's start. I hope you can see my screen and try to be serious for every class. I mean, today is the first class, so I'm seeing everybody. But later on, what happens? As we go further, that graph declines, and that's what it's a test to everybody. Basically, be there forever. Basically, that's what will be a good commitment to you and me both. See, I have keeping my commitment the same way I expect that you keep your commitment throughout. Once in a while, I can understand, but as long as, and again, since Pradyumna is uploading video, don't take that granted. Oh, if I miss the class, I'll watch the video. That is a reference. That's not the way you should depend on rely on. Okay, so don't have that habit of skipping the class and watching videos, skipping the class and watching. Be present here. Be regularly see me every class. I'll see you every class. That will add probably more value for both of us. Okay, again, that is request. I can't make compulsion to everybody. But again, this is my personal and humble request that be present in every class. Once in a while, yes, I can understand, which is not avoidable. So, but by and large, see if your attendance is probably 100%. Okay. Okay. So we'll be mostly covering practical. I'm not touching to the theory part at all to start with. Okay. The first part is because that's the critical part. And most of the time we see that students struggle in the practical portion more. Theory portion, you can mug it up in last 1 week, 1 month, that's not absolutely a bottleneck for most of you. I mean, your IQ, your understanding, your knowledge is at par for theory portion. Rather, I think most of the students they secure more than 80-90% marks in theory, and the problem is that they couldn't even get passing in the practical part in the Madhyama Purna level. That's the reality stick basically. Because of the vast portion, the requirement is vast. Memorization is required. So many factors they are affecting the basically. Okay, so let me walk over through the portion quickly, and I can give an idea that this is not an easy level, unfortunately. So the first part is ability to padan. Padan means reciting. with the tali khali, some of the tekas. I'm not covering that, but those tekas are available right from the top initially basically. So you read it, you prepare it, and you get it done. Okay, this is not this is not at all absolutely difficult at your level. So ability to do padan recitation, it's on your shoulder. Every week you do one tal and post the record. Okay, that's probably my request to everybody. Ability to accompany Bada Khayal, we will work on that. Okay, we'll work on that seriously this time, and then we'll see how much we can get into the real accompaniment part. I think Medaji is helping me. Medaji, probably we can try to do it sooner the better with, I will talk it offline probably, Medaji. Okay. Ability to play, or even I think Rishiji, even Rohan can have probably a Vilambit Ektal. We can probably talk to Rohan also, probably, in case if he's available. I know his schedule is a little busy. I don't want kids to disturb. But in case if he's available ready, we can have one or two sessions with him also, basically.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely,
That will help him also, basically in the vocal part.
for sure.
Okay, so that we will talk offline, not the part of this doc basically, because this is something which is really a practical oriented. Various mukhras, I'm not touching. I have given some example in the doc. Go through that, and probably every week you can post your one or two mukhras, basically. Ability tune tabla will basically these also will not talk into that, but in nutshell we'll talk a little more into that. Now the number 5 is what we'll be dealing a lot here. Vistar. Okay, this is what our target of this basically a crash course. Number 5, and elaboration development in the following tal. Elaboration, it's an expansion, it's a development of the following tal. The first tal is Tin tal, but I'm going to start with Rupak today, basically. Okay, that's the first tal we'll start it. Then followed by that we'll do Jhaptal, followed by that we'll do Ektal. Okay, now in the doc, I have added most of the contents in this case, except in the Ektal, I have not added one Kaida, so that I'll add eventually. But in the Rupak Japtal, I have. So your syllabus is that well prepared. Use the word well prepared presentation. Okay, so not that oh you just namesake oh you are presenting something. It has to have a meaningful thought of well prepared presentation. That includes kaidas, okay, relas, tukadas, etc. And this is two of each. Okay, so generally Rela we don't get two of each. Right now I have added only one Rela, but in case of Qaida, we try to attempt one Tisradati Qaida and one Chatusradati. So we are covering both the aspects. Okay, so two Qaidas, one Rela, and two Tukudas. That's what we are targeting now, basically, for each tal. Okay, two Qaidas, one Relas, and Tukudas. In Tintal, we'll talk about little later. But let's put I mean, at least for 3 or 4 weeks, we will work on Rupak, Japtal, and Ektal presentation. Okay. Then the item C, ability to play Tintal, that also probably I'll demonstrate today. So that if you can start practicing every day, that is helpful to accompany in many instrumentalists. This item, ability to play Tintal in a Drut line. Okay. I don't know how many you were there for yesterday's performance ensemble. There were Zhala played in probably many instruments, and the tintal was a very high speed tintal. So that's a practical example of what most of you who were present yesterday in the ensemble, you could have witnessed that basically. The Zhala in the instrumental was having a very high speed tintal. And I think that even some of you know that they probably got once more also for that. So that's the practicality of the Drut Tinta. And that was the reason I was asking most of you to attend this ensemble, because you see the practicality of thoughts happening basically in a practical way. Anyway, so again, the entire presentation is with the Nagma, Lehra. Nagma means Lehra, and your exam time is around 35 minutes each, basically. Okay, so let's directly jump to Rupak presentation. I'll walk over through that, where it is what basically. So again, this doc is available online to everybody. Sorry. Okay, so this is what the tals are basically present. You have Jumra, I have given the structure of the tal, plus single, plus double. It is very self-explanatory at your level. You can work on it and you can prepare of your own. Okay, there are some notes also I have added into the tal. Then Punjabi, there are a bunch of tals for your exam. Dhamar is a Pakhavaj based tal basically. And you guys know what is a Pakhavaj based tal. Vilambit Tintal, this is mostly you'll be used for vocal accompaniment. We'll talk that probably when we are doing the vocal accompaniment. Vilambit Tintal, and similarly you have a Vilambit Ikta. That also we'll talk about when we do a practicality of Vilambit accompaniment. Okay, so those things I'm skipping. Then the next is a playing mukhadas in the Vilambit Tal. I have given bunch of example here. Again, this is also you can read it and you can probably try to prepare by your own. And just try to post at least one mukhada, couple of mukhadas every week. That will be good exercise. There are short TIs as a mukhadas. Okay, but again, sky is the limit. You can create anything. And I have given bunch of phrases here. Okay, this is just an example of the phrases. You can extract it, use it to create the mukhadas, various mukhadas. Okay, so this entire portion probably you can drive it self with your own thoughts. In case if you need any help, I'll be available, but I'm not going to go through step by step or line by line or word by word. Okay, at your skills, you should be able to do this by your own. Okay, now let's start about the Rupak presentation. The first Kaida is Chatusradhati Kaida. I mean, I just use today's speed is at 75. So this is not probably the exam speed for those who are appearing exam in April, May. Your targeted speed could be probably much more than that. I think Shruti, Sahil, Dhyan, I think you guys are appearing for exam in April, May. So this is what I'm just using today's practice speed. I'm going a little slower speed, but at your level, make sure that you practice at much higher speed. Okay. Okay, so let's start. The thought, what I'm explaining in this is basically, I'll try to give you each variation once on the clap and once on the play. Okay, in case if you have any difficulties, you can talk to me offline. But most of you are well aware of all the syllables, all the zatis and everything. That's what the assumption is, and that's what probably the thought is. Okay, so let's talk about. I'll probably make it a little zoom so you can watch it probably in a bigger way. Is this better? Okay, so every qaida, the structure will be you have a single speed. Okay, let me explain that for one qaida and that we will follow it for all the qaidas. So single speed followed by single speed ending with different zatis. Now since this qaida is chatusra zati, you are having single speed ending with tisra zati. Okay, then you have single speed ending with double and then you have a double speed. So the first four variations, okay, first four variations, they are just along with the main theme only, nothing more than that. Okay, first four variation, and this will be common for all the tals, all the kaidas, any jatis. Except I think in Ektal I have not done that, but we'll talk about that little later. The first variation will be Dora. Now here the thought is, without me telling, you try to create Dora by your own. Okay, Dora will be common to all the tals, all the kaidas. Dora means certain phrase you are repeating two times. Followed by there will be a bul, which is having a pause at some point, followed by a bunch of paltas. Now, most of the paltas, they may get back to your variation 1, most of the paltas. So, if you look at it, variation 1 here, okay, this phrase you are doing two times, right? Now, in the palta 1, what you did here, you chop the phrase individually two times. That's it. And with this approach, you don't have to memorize all the variation. You just memorize the flow, the algorithm kind of things, and you should be able to create those on the fly. So what is this variation palta one? This part two times, which is you are cutting off here, if you see that. Dha tita dha dha tita. Dhage dinna gena dhage dinna. So that will be your palta number 1 in most of the qaida. So we got the Dora from your main theme, you got the Bul from your main theme, you got Palta from your main theme. So after that, then you have another Paltas. You are again chopping it up Dha Theta two times here. So it's again chopping between the smaller phrases here. So here, Dha Theta you are chopping two times. And then this part you are combining two times. So again, it is going back to your main theme. You are modifying the main theme to have a little permutation, different combination, and that's what we call them as a paltas. Palta means palatna. It's a Hindi word. So you switch the order, you do probably a little permutation combination, and you have a new variation. And this is what all the first four variation will be by default created, by default. So if you know this format, and if you just know the main theme, you can create all these variation on the fly without even looking at the dog. And that's what I want you to gain, that expertise, get that process, get that thought. That will make your life a lot easy rather than mugging it up or memorizing it, basically. Okay. Then thereafter, basically, if you scroll down, there is a reverse main theme. In the reverse main theme, what you do? You flip the switch, basically. So here, the second part will come first and first part will come second. And then you have a theory. This is the pretty standard format we will be using throughout all the kaidas. So again, main theme ending with different zati. If kaida is tisra zati, it will be chatusra. If kaida is chatusra, it will be it. Then the main thing ending with double. I'll scroll up probably so I can walk you again. And that's what, then I will not probably explain it in more stuff. So single speed main theme, ending with tisra zati, ending with double, double main theme, then all the variations. Dora first, followed by bal. Dora and followed by bal, and then you come back to the different paltas basically. Is that structure format okay, everybody? Any question? Okay, let's do the first main theme. I'll go with a little slower to the main theme. Thereafter, we'll probably jump to the variation a little faster. So dha a tita, dha dha tita, dhage dhinna gena. Dha a tita. So remember there is a pause here. It's not dha tita. Dha a tita. So write down that in your notes basically, because those notes you may not find in online docs. So any specific thing, if I ask you, make sure you write it down so that you can refer it back a little later. So there is a pause. It's not dha tita. It's dha a tita, dha dha tita. So if you compare this phrase and this phrase, they are identical, except you added a dha here. There is a pause here. I hope you are understanding. It's same phrase with pause, with removing the pause and adding dha dha tita. So dha tita, dha dha tita, dhage dhinna gena, tita tita, dha dha tita, dhage dhinna gena. So what do you think here? It's all symmetrical. Dha dha tita, dhage dhinna gena here, right? Dha dha tita, dhage dhinna gena here. Here, tita tita is coming two times, okay, as a combining or as a breach or as a probably a coupler. Theta theta is a coupler. And to start with, you have dha theta dha dha theta. So you should be able to memorize this within 2 minutes, I would say. Dha theta dha dha theta. Dhage dinnagena is a very standard phrase in any kaida. Dhage dinnagena. In any Delhi kaida. Dhage dinnagena. And you have done so many kaidas. So it's not that you are not aware of this. So if you extend it, if you remember, dhada tita dhage dinnagena, dhada tita dhage tinnakena to end with. Right? In between coupler theta theta two times, and in between start is dha theta. That's it. So if you know the main theme, you can create the way. If you know the ability to create the variations, it should be piece of cake, not to even memorize any variation. I hope, is that clear to everybody? Okay. Now what's the complete variation here goes? Dha a theta, dha dha theta, dhage dhinna gena, theta theta, dha dha theta, dhage tinna kena. I'll say again one more time. Dha a theta, dha dha theta, dhage dhinna gena, theta theta, dha dha theta, dhage tinna kena. Khali part. Ta a theta, ta ta theta, ta ke tinna kena. So up to this section, you close the baya. Ta a theta, ta ta theta, ta ke tinna kena. From here you open the baya. Theta theta, dha dha theta, dhage dinna ge. Chatusradati, if you do two syllable, dha a theta, dha dha theta, dhage dinna ge na, theta theta, dha dha theta, dhage tinna ke na, ta theta, ta ta theta, ta ke tinna ke na, theta theta, dha dha theta, dhage dinna ge na, da. Okay, so that's the main theme. Now ending Tisra Jati. So the Tisra Jati portion I have given it in the bold and italic. That's what goes in a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 rhythm. So how the second the single speed ending with this is that you go dha a tita dha dha tita dha ge then na ge na tita tita dha dha tit dha ge tin na ke na ta tita ta ta tita ta ke tin na ke na tita tita dha dha tita धागे ना धागे दिन नागे ना धा तीट धागा तीट धागे दिन नागे ना तीट तीट धा धा तीट धागे ना धागे तिन नाके ना ता तीट ता ता तीट ताके तिन नाके ना तीट तीट धा धा तीट धागे ना धागे दिन नागे ना धा तीट. The ending double speed. So dha tita dha dha tita dhage dhinnage tita tita dha dha tit dhage dhinnage na dhage tinnage na ta tita ta ta tit take tinnake na tita tita dha dha tit dhage dhinnage na dhage dhinnage na dha. So that ending part again I have given double in the italics and bold. So dhage dhinnage na dhage tinnake na. So it goes in Dhage dinna gena, dhage tinna gena. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what the result is basically. Okay. So in both these variations, your dha teacher, dhada teacher, dhage dinna gena, teacher, dhada teacher is constant. No change into that. Both the variation. Only the ending part you are changing. Here, dhage na, dhage tinna kena. Here, dhage dinna gena, dhage tinna kena. Then you go to the double of the main. So these four variations will be same approach for all the tal, all the kaidas, any jati, any structure. Going further. Now you can refer this doc basically and as a what do you call the curiosity or some thought of that what is coming up next, you can view all the tals, kaidas and you can see if you can understand that approaches. Is that okay? Any question up to here? Okay, now let's play up to this four, okay, with the Lyra. I'll stop the sharing. If you have that another gadget, you can keep that open basically because it may not be easy to memorize everything as on today. It's okay to probably, but if I show you that talk, then you may not able to see me in full screen. So I would recommend probably you can open that talk. So I'll go with the Nikas quickly and then we'll try to play those first four variation. The speed today, what we are doing today is 75 speed, but that's today's speed, okay? Not from the exam perspective. So dha a ti ta dha dha ti ta dha ge din na ge na ti ta dha dha ti ta dha ge din na ge na ta a ti ta ta ti ta dha ge din na ge na Tita, ta ta tita, ta ge din na ge na ta. Again, one more time. Tha a tita, tha tha tita, tha ge din na ge na. Tita tita, tha tha tita, tha ge din na. Kalipa. Tha a tita. Rishija, I can't see your tabla. Shreya, I can't see your tabla. Please, if you can just change your angle. Yeah, that would be great. Amit also, I think I don't see your full tabla. It's a little cut off. It's okay if you can just show. I know probably I may not able to look at every video, but at least I'm watching your fingering as much as I can so that I can give the feedback in case if there is anything. Okay, okay. So let's 1, 2, ready. Oh, I hope you can see me in full screen, right, everybody? Chinmay? Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Ha a tita, ta ta tita, ta ge tin na ge na, tita tita, ta ta tita, ta ge tin na ge na, ta tita, ta ta tita, ta ge tin na ge na, tita tita, ta ta tita. Okay, so that was the main theme. Now let's go back to 75 speed. and we'll play the first four variation back to back without stopping. Okay, let's see how that goes. I hope you can hear the lera. Lera is okay? Just give me 1 second, okay? Yeah. In, na, in, na, in. One more time. In, na, in, na. Single make in, na. Dha, a, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, tin, na, ge. Thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, ge, tin, na, ge, na, dha. Sorry, I think I made a mistake again. Single speed. Dha, a, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, thi, ta, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, ta, a, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, thi, ta, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na. Okay, so that's the nikas in the very slow speed I shown it with the lera. Okay, now let's try to say this with lera. Let me share the screen and we'll say the first four with the lera so that you get an idea of the leg before we play. Okay, so we'll be saying first four from here to here, double speed with the lera. Okay, and we'll keep it probably 75 speed today. Single speed. Dha, a, thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na. Thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na. Kali ta, a, thi, ta, thi, ta, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na. Thi, ta, dha, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, din. Ending tisra. Dha, thi, ta, dha, thi, ta, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na. Thi, ta, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, na, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, ta, tit, ta, tit, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, na, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, ge, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, ge, tin, na, ge, na, dha, tit, ta, tit, ta, ki, tin, na, ki, na, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, tit, dha, dha, ta, ki, tin, na, ki, na, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, din, na, ge, na, dha, tit. I hope this speed is okay or still will slow down slightly. Rishiji, okay? Hopefully. Or you want to slightly slow down? Okay, okay.
Right.
Or let's, sorry?
We can
Okay,
try this.
sorry? Somebody was saying something. Okay, so we'll keep it 75, okay? Hopefully you guys can manage at 75 speed. So now let's play those first four version, okay? Rupak, in, na, in, na, in, na. One more time. In, na, in, na, in, na, in. At 75 speed. First four version. Dha, a, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, tin, na, ge. Tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, tin, na, kalipa. Ta, tit, ta, tit, dha, ge, tin, na, ge. Tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, tin, na. Ending tisra. Tha, tit, dha, dha, tit, dha, ge, tin, na, ge na dha ge din na ge na tha tita tha tha tita tha ge din na ge tita tita tha tha tita dha ge na dha ge din na ending double tita tha tha tita dha ge din na ge tita tita tha tha tita dha ge din na dha ge din na tha tita tha tha tita dha ge din na ge tita tita tha tha tita dha ge din na dha ge double tha tita dha tha tita dha ge din na tita tita tha tha tita dha ge din na tha tita tha tha tita dha ge din na tita tita tha tha tita dha ge din na tin tin na tin na tin na. Was that double speed little faster or you can manage probably? I think some of you may be having difficulty, but I think most of you should be able to manage, right? But again, if you couldn't manage at that speed, make sure you at your home you slow down it slightly. Is that okay? Okay, let's go to the now variation. Now, without looking at the screen, let's try to probably create the variation. Is that okay? So, what is the first variation? Dora. Or I think let me probably slow down it to 60 speed today at least for some of you. Okay. But again, this is not the probably speed for your exam, those who are appearing for exam. Okay, okay, make sure that you guys go a little faster. So I'm changing the today's speed as a 60 speed basically. Okay, just to make some of you more comfortable. So let me share the screen again and let's do probably. So I'm changing the speed here for 60 today. Okay, and we'll play that at 60 little later. So now the first one is Dora. So what is Dora here? Dha theta dada theta dhage dinna gena, right? It's a part of the same main theme, the thought of which you repeat two times, right? So dha theta dada theta dhage dinna gena. Dha theta dada theta dhage dinna gena two times, and then you are adding a main theme basically. This is what the structure I have used for all the kaidas. That the main theme I have put it in the blue color. Khali part I have not added anywhere. Make sure that you create the khali part on the fly. Okay. So how the variation will go? Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena. Tita tita dha tita dhage dinna. Ta tita tata tita take tinna. Ta tita tata tita take tinna gena. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna. Tita tita dha tita dhage dinna gena. Back to the. Let's do with the lyre at 60 speed and then we'll play that. Na, din, na, din, double, na. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna dinna dha tita dha tita dhage dinna meti dha tita dha tita dhage dinna din tita tita dha tita dhage dinna din dha tita tata tita dhage dinna dinna dha tita tata tita dhage dinna dinna dha tita dha tita dhage dinna tita tita dha tita dhage dinna dinna din. Okay, variation number two, bulb. Now in the bulb, what you do, we try to add a pause somewhere in the progression. And that dha one is what the bulb or the pause here is basically. Okay, so dha theta dha theta. This is the phrase from your main theme. Dha theta dha theta. And then this phrase you repeat two times. Dhage dinna ge na dhavan, dhage dinna ge na dhavan. Back to main theme basically. And then the khali part. So dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena dha dhage dinna gena dha one. So that one is a gap. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena dha one dhage dinna gena dha one. Back to main theme. Khali part will be ta tita tata tita take tinna kena ta one take tinna kena ta one. Dha tita dha tita dhage dinna tita tita dha tita dhage dinna gena. Back to that. So let's say this on the class. Din na din na din na dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena dha one dhage dinna gena dha one dha tita dha tita dhage dinna gena tita tita dha tita dhage dinna gena dha tita tata tita dhage dinna gena dha one dhage dinna gena dha one dha tita dha dha tita dhage din nage tita tita dha dha tita dhage din nage na done. Okay, next variation 1, variation 3, palta. Now, in case of palta, what you are doing is basically you are just trying to extract something from the variation 1. That's it. And we already explained you basically. So dha teacher, dha teacher 2 times, dhage dhinna gena 2 times. Back to main theme, and this is we call as a palta basically. Okay, so let's do on the clap. Tin, na, tin, na, tin, na. Dha tita dha dha tita dha tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena dhage dhinna gena dha tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena tita tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena dha tita dha dha tita dha tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena dhage dhinna gena dha tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena tita tita dha dha tita dhage dhinna gena tin. So that was variation number 3. In variation 4, already I explained you. So you are again chopping up this phrase in variation 3. So dha theta you are doing double here if you see that. And this dha theta onwards you are combining with this phrase. So dha theta dhage dinna gena. Dha theta dhage dinna. So dha theta 2 times. Okay. And then dha theta dhage dinna gena 2 times back to main. Okay. So let's say that on the class. Then na, then na, then na, dha tita dha tita dha dha tita dhage dinna ge dha dha tita dhage dinna meti dha tita dha dha tita dhage dinna tita tita dha dha tita dhage dinna kena ta tita ta tita ta ta tita dhage dinna kena ta ta tita dhage dinna kena dha tita dha dha tita dhage dinna ge tita tita dha dha tita dhage dinna kena tin. So that was variation number 4. Now in the variation 5, we are doing a reverse main theme. So now reverse main theme will be just a flipping of the phrases from the your main theme. Now if you look at it, the main theme here, just have a glance. Dha teacher, dha teacher, dhage dhinna gena one part, and teacher, dha teacher, dhage tinna kena one part, right? So we'll be flipping this part first, and we'll be changing this part second. So while doing that, we will change this tinna kena to dhinna gena, and this dhinna gena will change to tinna kena. Because what is the rule? Ending phrase of kaida has to be tinna kena, and the middle phrase has to be dhinna gena. So only change what we do is tita tita dada tita dhage. Instead of tinna kena, we'll change to dhinna gena, and then dha tita dada tita dhage. Instead of dhinna gena, we'll change to tinna kena. And that's what the next variation is, which is a reverse main theme. So if you scroll down, so watch again here. So theta theta dada theta dhage dhinna gena. You bring it to the first. And dha theta dada theta dhage tinna gena. And then straight away you go to the khali part. You're not adding any main theme here. Okay, because this itself is a reverse main theme. RMT stands for reverse main theme basically. So the change was this Tinnagena made to Dhinnagena, and this Dhinnagena made to Tinnagena. So theta theta dha theta dhage Dhinnagena dha theta dha theta dhage Tinnagena theta theta tha theta dhage Tinnagena dha theta dha theta dhage Tinnagena. Then let's say with the letter tin na din na din na tita tita dha dha tita dhage din na din dha tita dha dha tita dhage din na tita tita ta ta tita take din na din dha tita dha dha tita dhage din na din. Now the ending theory is based on your last variation most of the time, okay, and that's exactly what we are trying to do. If you look at it, the ending theory here, tita tita dada tita dhage dinna gena. We are repeating 2 times. This is the phrase. Tita tita dada tita dhage dinna gena. Same phrase from the reverse main theme. You are repeating 2 times, and then you add dha kat. So tita tita dada tita dhage dinna gena dha kat. The kat is your gap, dha 1. So you are filling that gap 1 as a kat. Dha, again, you are having basically what ti? dhage dinna gena. So dhage dinna gena dha kat, dhage dinna gena dha. The only thing is that the pause here is long 1-2 pause. So here it was dha kat was a short pause. Another dha kat was a short pause. Here dha 1-2 a long pause. So how the TI goes? Tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna gena. Tita tita dhada dhage dinna gena. Sorry. Tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna gena. Tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna gena. Da dhage dinna gena. Da dhage dinna gena. Da. 1 and 2 and tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna. Tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna gena. Da. Dhage din nage na dha kat dhage din. You can remove kat and say dha a. That is also okay basically here. Okay, so not necessary that you have to play kat only basically here. You can jolly well say dha a or dha one here. Anything is okay. Kat or dha a. I'm just putting a, or you can say dha one. Anything is okay here. Dha a or dha kat. Same thing here. The second part. So dhaga tita dhage dinna gena dha. Sorry, dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage. So what your real tiya is here? If you see that, dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage dinna gena dha. That's what your tiya is. Dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage dinna gena dha. Dhage dinna gena dha. 1 and 2 and then tita tita dhada tita is probably you are adding thought of the third. But what is your tihai? Short tihai in between. Dhage dinna gena dhavan. Dhage dinna gena dhavan. Dhage dinna gena. That's what your tihai. And then you have a top to bottom long tihai basically. So it goes all the time 3 times basically. So it's a long loop. Okay. So here also we can change that dhakat as a dhavan. Okay. So let's try the tihai on the clap basically. And then we'll try to play this back to back. Okay. Tin, na, din, na, din, na. Tita, tita, dha, dha, tita, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Tita, tita, dha, dha, tita, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha, ah, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha, ah, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha. 1 and 2 and tita, tita, dha, dha, tita, dhage, din, na, ge. Tita, tita, dha, dha, tita, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha, ah, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha, ah, dhage, din, na, ge, na. Dha. 1 and 2 and tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna tita tita dhada tita dhage dinna ge na dha a dhage dinna ge na dha a dhage dinna ge na tin tin na. Was that okay? Now let's try to see if we can play this back to back. Is it okay? That's little litmus test for how you memorize. But as I said, you can open the doc in case if you have another gadget, and then you can refer it. But I will be playing back to back. Okay, I'm not going to stop it in between. Is that okay, everybody? Let's try. I don't know whether I can do that too, basically, but let's try. We'll do 60. We'll start from the top. Tin, tin, na, din, na, din, na. 1 second. Tin, ta, tit, ta, ta, tit. Tin, tin, tit, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, tin, ta, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, tin, ta, tit, ta, tit, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, tin. Ending tisra. Ta, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, tin, ta, tit, ta, tit, tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, na, ta, tit, tin, ta, tit, na, ta. Tit, ta, ta, tit, ta, tit, tin, ta, tit, ta, tit, tit, ta, ta. Ta, tit, na, ta, tit, tin. Ending double. Ta, tit, double. Da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit tit da da tit da ge tit. Kali da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit tit da da tit. First position dora da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit da da tit. Aage medium. Kali da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit da da tit da ge medium. Da tit da da tit da ge tit da tit da da tit. One. Da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da one. Da ge tit da ge da one. Da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge tit da da tit da ge kali. Da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da one. Da tit da ge da one. Da tit da da tit da ge da tit tit. Pointer one. Da tit da da tit da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da ge medium. Kali. Da tit da da tit da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da ge tit da medium da. Pointer two. Da tit da tit da da tit da ge tit da tit da da tit da ge medium. Kali. Da tit da tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da da tit da ge tit da medium da. Reverse medium. Tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit da da tit da ge tit da. Tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit da da tit di. Tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da ge tit da ge da ge tit da ge da. One and two and tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge da ge tit da ge da ge tit da ge da. One and two and tit tit da da tit da ge tit da ge tit tit da da tit da ge tit da da ge tit da ge da ge tit da ge tin tin ah tin ah tin ah tin. Was that okay? Any question in this, Qaida? I mean, this is the speed I'm going to go, okay? So make sure that your mindset is ready to do that. It's not that I'm going to go each variation 10 times, 20 times, 40 times. No, that is not going to happen. Otherwise, we're not able to finish anything. I hope, is that okay? This could be a much faster pace for some of you, but I think get used to do that. This is what we need to probably. Kids, I don't think any problem. I'm mostly a little worried about the adult. Sorry about it. Okay. Kids, they can grab it. They don't have any problem. I'm not worried about them. Rather, they will be pushing me why you are playing at 60 speed. That's what their question will be. But any question in this Qaida? Okay, let's go to the next Qaida. Sure, absolutely no question, right? Chinmay, okay? Parvananji, this could be a little tough, right? But I hope you should be able to pick it up as much as you can, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll try. Thanks.
Okay. But don't lose your hopes, okay? I think Medaji should be okay, hopefully. I don't think anyway. Rishiji? Okay, good. So far, good. Amitji, okay. Chinmay should not be a problem. Ravinji, okay? Okay, perfect, good. And again, refer the talk online as much as you can. That will hopefully, Pradyumna should not be having problem. I think kids, I'm not going to go with you. You guys are super duper faster, so you should not have any trouble. Basically, JJ, I think in your case you may be probably a little lacking, but try to get up. My suggestion, those who are adult in the group, you can form your probably separate group as a suggestion, and you can practice extra with your own approach and your thought. I think that will help you a lot. especially if you feel that is comfortable to everybody, basically you can form your separate group and then you can discuss, talk it, and I can probably help you in a little different way in case if you want to pursue that way. Okay, but this space will continue is basically in the class. Okay, now before we stop, let's at least do a main theme of second qaida. Now next class onwards probably I'll go a little faster. Okay, today it was the first day, so I explained little syllabus and other thing, but let's at least do the main theme of तीसरा जाति कायदा and we'll do main theme of rela. Both the things we'll do it right now so that you can at least go through the variation. So now the next qaida is based on तीसरा जाति. Okay, so here the speed today I'm probably suggesting 50 speed, but again this is not probably the final speed for the exam perspective. Okay, this is what we are just putting today's speed 50. Now this is in तीसरा जाति, so remember that jati is changing. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So first phrase dha a ne, so which is 1 2 3, easy. 1 2 3 1 2 3 dha a ne. The second phrase is dha ge na, so also 1 2 3. So the first three phrases dha a ne, dha ge na, another dha a ne, that gives you a right direction to go into three rhythm. Dha a ne, dha ge na, dha a ne. Practice those three phrases, especially adult, you will be all right to the whole qaida thereafter. But if you miss these three phrases, you will have tough time. Okay, so dha a ne, dha ge na, dha a ne, dha a ne, dha ge na, dha a ne, dha a ne, dha ge na. If you do that 20, 30, 40 times, these three phrases, thereafter you will not have any trouble. Okay, so let's do the next part. So dhati ghe na dhati. As a one phrase, dhati ghe will go in one beat, na dhati will go in another one. Again, dhage din na ge na one phrase, dhage din go in one beat, na ge na in one beat. So if you just bisection of that, the first part, dha a ne dhage na, dha ne dhati ghe na dhati dhage din na ge na, dha ne dhage na, dha ne. First three beats will be critical to get you holding the rhythm. Once you get that, I'm not worrying about the kids. I'm worrying about only the adults basically. So that's what I'm spending a little more time. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Dha ne dhage na, dha ne dhati ge na, dhati dhage din na ge na. First line okay. Dhage tir kit. So sorry. Dhage na 1 2 3. Tir kit tak also 1 2. So tir ki go in one beat. Ta tak will go in another beat. Sorry, what did I do? My bad. I think I should do it here. So dhagena. Again, tira kita taka is 6. So wherever there is a 6 syllable, you chop it down into 3 3. So dhagena tita kita taka. Again, dhati ghena dhati. Dhage dhati dhage tindake. So dhati ghen, my bad. Dhati ghena dhati, right? So dhati ghena dhati. Dhage tinna kya. Now, if you see that dhati gena dhati dhage tinna kya, what happens? Same in the top. Dhati gena dhati dhage dinna gena dhati gena dhati dhage tinna kya. Try to ideologically think what are the repeating phrases and where the couplers are. That will make your life to memorize it very quickly. Now, what are the first three phrases? Dhane dhage na dhane. Very easy to remember. Dhane dhage na dhane. Dhati ghe na dhati. This is probably something you need to memorize. Dhage dinna gena. Again, very standard phrase in all the kaidas. Dhage dinna gena. Now, these two phrases, they are repeating another in the second half also. Dhati gena dhati dhage dinna gena. Dhati gena dhati dhage tinna gena. Same phrases, except dinna gena changed to tinna gena. That's only difference. Here it is dhinna gena, here it is tinna gena. And this here again, dhagena tita kita taka. That's a new phrase. Dhagena tita kita taka. Dhagena tita kita taka. Dhagena tita. So dhagena tita kita taka in the second line, and dhane dhagena dhane. Those are the two variables. Then dhati gena dhati dhage dinna gena, those are constant in both the lines. So top to bottom main theme, say on the clap. We'll go slower. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 rhythm. Make sure your rhythm is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Tha ane tha ge na tha ane tha ti ge na tha ti tha ge din na ge tha ge na kita kita tak tha ti ge na tha ti tha ge din na ge ta ne ta ke na ta ne tati ke na tati ta ke tin na ke na tha ge na tita kita tak tati ge na tati tha ge din na ge na tha. So in the khali part, this line will be completely closed by a ta ne ta ke na ta ne tati ke na tati ta ke tin na ke Dhage na tita kita tak dhati ge na dhati dhage din dhage na da. Let's do with the Lehra 50 speed main theme. Din da din da din da dha ne dhage na dha ne dhati ge na dhati dhage din dhage dhage na tita kita tak dhati ge na dhati dhage tin na ge na ta ne ta ke na ta tati ke na tati ta ke tin na ke na dhage na tita kita tak dhati ge na dhati dhage din na ge na dha. Is that okay, the main theme? Any question in understanding the main theme? Now, playing the main theme, let's quickly do the playing main theme so that you can get an accent here. And then you can see if you can do some variations by your own during this week. So, dha ne. That ne is very touchy. Dha ne, dha ge na, dha ne. Those are the first three beats. Dha ne. Ne, make sure you touch. Even if you omit it, that's okay. Dha. Dha ge na dha. That would be ideal, especially kids. Don't play ne. Dha. Dha ge na dha. Dha ti ge na. That's what the ideally. That's why if you see in the dark, I have put them highlighted in yellow color. The reason is that's what we need to probably omit going further. So all kids don't play that ne. Dha. Dha ge na dha. Dhati ke na dhati dhage den dhage dhage na tita kita tak dhati ke na dhati dhage tin dhage na ta ta ke na ta dhati ke na dhati dhage tin dhage dhage na tita kita tak dhati ke na dhati dhage din dhage na dha dhage na. You got it? Adults, you can probably add ne in case if that can help you, but try to omit ne eventually, basically. Okay, so we'll omit the ne. Na, din, na, din, na, da, da, ge, da, 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 ti, ge, da, da, ti, da, ge, din, da, ge, da, ge, da, ti, ta, ki, ta, ta, ka, da, ti, ge, da, da, ti, da, ge, din, ge, na, da. Ta ke na ta, ta ti ke na ta ti ta ke tin na ke, ta ke na ti ta ki ta 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 ti ke na ta ti ta ke tin na. Ta 1, 2 ta ke na ta 1, 2 ta ti ke na ta ti ta ke tin na. Ta ke na ti ta ki ta ta ta. Na tha ti tha ge tin na khali ta 1, 2 ta ke na ta 1, 2 ta ti ke na ta ke tin na ke na tha ge na ti ta ke ta 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 ti ke na ta ti ta ke tin ke tha ne tha ge na tha ne tha ti ke na tha ti tha ge tin na dhage na tita kita taka dhati ge na dhati dhage tin ke na ta ne ta ke na ta ne ta ti ke ta ti ta ke tin na ke na dhage na tita kita ta dhati aane is just a time bound. Eventually, you omit that dha aane basically. Is that okay? Any question? Now, variation wise, I'll quickly go through, see if you can do as a homework, and I'll be really glad to see that, at least, especially the kids, you can do the recording of this and send me probably within this week. Okay, it should be relatively easy. Now, only tricky part is the tisra jati, sorry, the single feet ending with chatusra jati. That is little tricky. So let me go through that quickly. So, dhane dhage na, dhane dhati ghena, dhati dhage dhinna ghena. This part is exactly same as your main theme, no change. Rather, dhage na tita kita taka. This is also same. Now here, dhati ghena, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 times. So dhati ghena, dhati ghena, dhati dhage tinna ghena. Dhati dhage 1, 2, 3, 4 tinna ghena. That's why you say it is a chatusra dhati ending. So dhati ghena, dhati ghena, dhati dhage tinna ghena. The bold italic, that's what your ending chatusra dhati. Dhati ghena, dhati ghena, dhati dhage tinna. If you just do that ending chatusra dhati by your own without relating to tisra dhati first, it says, oh, this is very easy. But coupling from tisra to chatusra is what the difficult. Okay, so that's something tricky. And then the variation 3 ending with double is also a little tricky. Dhati gena, dhati gena, dhati dhage dinna gena. Okay, so dhati gena you are repeating how many times? Dhati gena, sorry, dhati gena, dhati dhage dinna gena. Dhati ghena, dhati dhage tinna kena. So that goes in double. So dha ne dhage na dha dhati ghena dhati dhage tinna dhage na tita kita dhati ghena dhati dhage tinna ghena dhati ghena dhati dhage tinna ghena. So work on that and hopefully you guys will be all right to do the second kala also. Any question before we start? I thought doing Rela, but I think let's skip the Rela. We'll do Rela next week. Just focus on these 2 kaidas this week as much as you can. And my request to everybody is send me the recording every week, whatever you can do. That would be the best exercise, and you will get some accountability to practice. Again, I can't compulsion do everybody, but buy your own and post it on the group. Don't send me individually. The reason to post on the group is so that others will listen to you, you listen to others, and it will probably multifold it basically. Don't be shy. Oh, my mistakes are there. It's okay. And again, don't send it today. We are meeting every Sunday, right? So send the recording by next Saturday so that you can practice whole week basically. That's the thought behind it. Any question today before we stop? Was that pace okay, everybody? Kids, they should be okay. I'm not worrying about the kids. They should be all right. Okay, I think we'll stop for today. I'll see you next week again, same time. Namaste. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Guruji.